Now, where do I think the best pullback is? Now, of course, I'm always someone that likes those deeper pullbacks because I can get really comfortable down at key demands. And so for me, the best pullback is going to be back to this high right here, these highs right here, and the high from Wednesday of last week at 64.30. If you pull out a Fibonacci, this would also be a 50% retracement right here back to 64.30. I would love to see that pullback long set up. We'll have to see if the market wants to do it. So the clip that you just watched was straight from our Sunday prep video here on YouTube, where I help you prepare for the upcoming week. In that video, we went ahead and realized that the market needed to have a cool off and there would be a better opportunity to long the market after a retest of some major previous rejection points. This is the break and retest, and this is trading off of key levels and key inflection points. In that clip, we talked about 64.30 on the S&P 500 being a 50% retracement on the Fibonacci and also being a major previous rejection point that we would likely want to see the market pull back to before the next long opportunity presented itself. Well, today is August 26th, and we can see on the charts that what we talked about from our Sunday prep is exactly what happened on the stock market. And this shows you that it is not impossible to predict or have a correct thesis about what the stock market should do. It is all about understanding key levels and understanding how a stock market moves higher. It's not straight up. It's not vertically higher. It's in controlled moves higher with retracements back to key levels. And if you can build that understanding, a mature understanding of how the stock market moves, you can catch these moves as well. And I am up over $35,000 in the month of August simply trading off of key levels and key inflection points and understanding where my best risk reward for both upside and downside is based off these levels. Here on the screen, you can see my interactive brokers, and I can go here and reload this screen. This is my statements tab. If I go down, once this loads to realize summary, we can run this a custom range date from the 1st of August to yesterday. So this does not include today's price action or today's profits, which was over $3,000. I will go ahead and run this. And once it is done, we will go here to the realized summary performance and go down to the bottom where you can see that we are up around $33,000 as of yesterday. Include today, that's around 36, and include the SPY calls and Tesla calls that I'm holding overnight. I'm assuming we're going to be looking at over a $40,000 month for the month of August, trading off of levels. Nothing complicated, nothing you can't understand. It's just an understanding of how these levels work. So in this quick recap today, all I want to simply do is show you how the market worked here and how this ended up playing out. So on Sunday, you guys remember from that video or from the clip in the beginning of this video, you see these previous rejection points on the market. Now we can see we had a straight up move on Friday of last week. A straight up move on the market will always be followed by a retracement or a pullback. And if it does not do it and it keeps going higher, then you know that it is not a good long opportunity. A good long opportunity on the market is after a retracement and a cool off after a vertical upside move. That is an expansion period followed by some type of a pullback and consolidation, which leads to another expansion period. So we can see that the market had major previous highs here, and we broke above those highs on Friday of last week. Now, on our Sunday prep, you guys heard that we didn't want to just start longing this after this straight up move. This straight up move leaves behind a very low volume area on the market. The market will want to fill in that area, right? Think about it as a gap. The market wants to fill in that gap and it wants to trade down into some lower prices and pick up more buyers, right? That's what the market is doing. It wants to pick up more buyers. It's up too quickly. The buyers have dried up. Let's pull back. Let's go to some lower prices and let's find new buyers and new interest in levels down below, right? So the market basically from this point on Sunday pulled back slowly overnight back into our best pullback level spot, which was this previous high, and this previous high at 64.30. Now today, it took quite a long time for this move to develop, but this is very important and something that I want to talk about in this recap. It's not always going to happen on the 1 minute, 2 minute chart right in the beginning of the day. It doesn't have to happen right away. It's something that you want to be able to zoom out, look at the hourly chart where we originally analyzed it, and understand that it's a move that could take a little bit of time. You want to be able to stay confident on these levels with time. They don't need to be working the instant that you want it to work, right? Hey, it's Monday morning. We got to bounce right away, or I'm not interested. We never broke under 64.30. We held that level the entire time. It didn't instantly give you that gratification of just ripping back higher, but it absolutely defended that zone overnight yesterday and into today's trading day, which is Tuesday, August 26th. So you can see here on the larger time frame, this is a perfect break, pullback, and retest of these previous highs. It matched up perfectly to the Fibonacci that we drew, which was about a 50% retracement, and that was the low that happened on the S&P 500. Now, if we go into the 5-minute price action, we can see that pretty much the entire day today was a pretty messy, choppy, nonsense action. What remained true was that we were holding above our key 64.30 level, and buyers were continuing to hold this market up throughout the day. So we were curling higher on that 64.30 major demand level. Now, of course, in the short-term time frames, if you're zoomed in like this, right, you're going to get chopped to death the entire day getting in and out of positions. But in this situation, when you zoom out, you need to remember the bigger picture. The bigger picture still says this is a great pullback that could be a longer-term opportunity back to the upside. So if that is the case, then we need to be tailoring our positions and our mindset to that possibility. What does that mean? Maybe you long shares, or maybe you long futures with time. Maybe you even long SPY calls, but give it time, right? Give it maybe a week out or a few days out. Don't be trading 0 DTE options on these ideas. These are large ideas with very large percentage point returns, but you need to have the proper mindset and the proper time horizon. If you are so focused on the short-term action, the 1-minute chart, and it just isn't working right away, you can't just get faked out of these ideas. Look at how perfect this is when you zoom out. Think bigger picture. These are great opportunities on bigger picture moves. We can see that we went ahead and reclaimed some of our other key levels today, which was 64.53 and 64.60. These were levels straight from our pre-market live stream. You guys that show up know that. And then today you can see that we have closed above that Friday low, which is going to really present another great opportunity into tomorrow. So I'm not here to go ahead and give you all the juicy details about what's next. That's for tomorrow's live stream. So I recommend that you show up to that. That's also for our community where we trade live on a daily basis. I'm here to show you that what we talked about on Sunday is exactly what happened today. And with a little bit of patience and the correct time horizon and the key understandings of levels and how to trade them, you can catch these trades as well. Now, of course, if you want some help with this journey, or you want to go ahead and see when I take these positions and these bigger trade ideas, this is the Discord community, which is our Desi Swing section. And you guys can see today, we went ahead and opened that SPY call around 12:05 today. We opened the August 29th 642 calls, and you can see this is what the chart looked like at the time. You can see I'm grabbing Friday SPY calls with a stop under 641.50. I'm going for this pullback long play on the market. This was our pullback long play that we talked about on Sunday, and this is where I went ahead and I took that position, and you can see that I am holding them overnight, and those were up around 40% into the end of day. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you guys here on my phone. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone, and we can just see what these closed at to end the day. And with that said, let me go ahead and make my screen a little bit bigger, and you guys can see right here that the positions that I'm currently in to close the day, if this will focus, right there. So SPY calls 41% to close the day, Tesla calls 50% to close the day, and we're up over $4,000 on the day. So that was the day. That was how our game plan went from a game plan and a thesis to execution over the last few trading days. And I hope that the Sunday prep video helped you prepare for this, the live streams, and of course the Discord community. If you enjoyed today's video, if you learned something, make sure to press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the pre-market live stream. Peace out.